Hello car lovers, driving the 2025 Nissan Rogue Platinum Edition. That's the all-equipped version. What to say about this compact? Is it compact? It feels almost like a small midsize, but it's a compact SUV crossover from Nissan. It's kind of like, for me, this vehicle is, when this vehicle came out, it's kind of like where I said, wow, Nissan is trying to turning it around right now. Right, they flipped, all right, because it was such a jump from the previous generation. A little slight refresh. First, an overview.
The Nissan Rogue is a compact crossover and arguably one of Nissan's best products. Mechanically, it's quite innovative. Under the hood, you'll find a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder variable compression turbo engine, delivering 201 horsepower and 225 pounds of torque. It is paired with a CVT transmission and an auto start-stop safety system for efficiency. There's also all-wheel drive as standard. It also features an independent rear suspension and 5 drive modes. Fuel economy is impressive for its class, 8.4 liters in the city, 6.8 liters on the highway, or 2834 mpg. Our tester is the Platinum all-wheel drive, the fully equipped model. Note that the base trim does not include adaptive cruise control. For that, you need to step up to the SV model. This Platinum version offers creature comforts, a heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, tri-zone climate control, rear sunshades, a heads-up display, a premium Bose sound system, and up-to-par driving aids. Also, the visibility overall is very good. The seats are a highlight. They're quilted semi-aniline leather appointed, providing exceptional comfort for long drives. Tech-wise, the Nissan Rogue comes with the 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 12.3-inch infotainment screen, wireless CarPlay, and wireless Android Auto. Pricing in Canada starts at about $37,000 and tops out at about $49,000, making it quite competitive in the segment. The ride is smooth, there's lots of room, the ride is quiet, there are no major flaws.
So, what to say about this vehicle? First, we're going to start with the exterior styling, which I find is conservative, kind of like squarey, blocky, but not untasteful. It's good. The 2 strips front headlights, kind of like Genesis a little bit on that level. Blocky rear end. It's not coupish at all. What does that do? It translates for tremendous space on the inside. I mean, it must be class leading. If it's not the class leader, it's very close to the class leader. Sitting in front here, plenty of room for my mansplaining position. The seats are extremely comfortable. More on that later. You have here wonderful visibility. It's unbelievable here. This 180 degrees is Subaru-ish, is positively Subaru-ish, which is the class leader in visibility. Rear 3/4 so-so, rear okay, big rear view mirror, unlike GM, which cheaps out. This is very good. This is very good from a visibility perspective. The 360 rear backup camera is incredible for this price, right? Normally, it's on much more expensive models, $70,000, $80,000 vehicles. So convenient when you're, especially if you're going from sedan or hatchback to these types of vehicles. So, you know, you kind of don't really see where you're going. You need a good camera system to avoid minor fender benders, and well, this Nissan Rogue delivers. An incredible heads-up display. I mean, Jesus Christ, where does this come from? A BMW? This is as shiny a day as you can get it. It's so clear. It's like printed in the windshield. It's unbelievable. So very good on that level. We have a beautiful digital dash. Big, gives almost too much information. We have here a very big infotainment, which is Google based. It does the job. It's very good, no problem. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging. You've also got 2 USB-C ports here, 2 USB-C ports in the back. Very good, very good. So that is very good. You do have these awesome driving aids. I love the Nissan driving aids. I've tried them many times. I tried them before on the highway, and here it's one touch, right? You press set down. You press the driving aids and you set down, and then it does everything all by itself. It's really wonderful, and it follows the traffic. So important in Quebec, where in Quebec, a lot of other jurisdictions do this, but in Quebec we are, I think, the world heavyweight champions. I've just traveled all over the country and in the United States in the last 2 months, and I can tell you right now, We never add any lanes, right? If we were to take a helicopter picture of our roads of 1960 and come back 2025, it's the same number of lanes, right? The 30, the 15. Now they're just now building on the 15, but they need to add more. They made a big construction project to get to the airport on the highway in 2017, 2018, 2019, and they put only one lane, and now they got to redo it all over again. So you're going to be in traffic all the time. I don't even know why Canada puts the highway fuel economy ratings, because there is no more highway driving. You're always in stop and go, even on the highway. Anyways, that aside, these driving aids help you get through that. All right, and it really makes your daily grind that much better. Speaking of daily grind, the inputs are very soft, like almost too soft, I'd say, Nissan, but pretty. It doesn't feel cheap, right? That's when you know something is too soft. It begins to feel like kind of cheap. It doesn't feel cheap, but it feels good. The leather steering wheel, a bit thin. However, the leather quality of the steering wheel it's wonderful. You just want to touch it all day. I just tried the interior detailer by Pan, the organizer, his clean products, and I'm sure if I put this on this leather steering wheel, it would stay soft like this, and it would be wonderful to hold on all the time. So great steering wheel, great leather. This leather is unbelievable how soft it is. High quality affair, higher than most of its competitors. The seat comfort is wonderful. They have the zero gravity. It's been for a few years now. Nissan has been working on their seats, and it really feels wonderful. There's a lumbar support here, which is useful. It really gives like a nice support for the lower back and mid back too. Actually, very good on that level. There's the annoying start stop, which I can't find a button to remove it. It's just pissing me off to no end. Okay, there are no ventilated seats on this Nissan Rogue, which is kind of odd. However, I'm not going to make that much of a fuss about it, because in the mainstream model, usually ventilated seats, they make a lot of noise when you open them, and you don't get a lot of ventilation. So I'm less outraged by that than other car reviewers. Sitting behind myself, plenty of room for my knees. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the rear seat room. Unbelievable how much rear seat room there is here. And comfortable. Also, it's a very comfortable rear seat. Lots of trunk room. God, it's crazy how much trunk room there is in that vehicle. Panoramic roof only opens halfway. Very, very good. You do get these sunshades for the rear passengers. Wonderful. It's the goods. It's the goods. Easy to use interface for the climate control. There's no piano black, glossy piano black. Why don't you want piano black, glossy piano black? It's just like a black paint, right? It gets scratched up and you see those scratches, and it doesn't have that. It is black, however, it's been kind of like, there's been like a work done into it, and which means that it feels durable enough. I don't think there's going to be any problems. Here on the vertical surface, there's a little bit of piano black, but it doesn't really matter for that level. Soft touch here, soft touch here, soft touch here, soft touch here. There's soft touch everywhere, right? It's not the highest quality, but it is soft touch, and I think it will take detailing products very well. It's a bit monochrome in here, all gray, dark gray, black, with a little bit of light gray stitching here, but it would be nice to have like something to break up the color. This wood doesn't do it for me, all right, or fake wood. It doesn't matter. It looks good, but I mean, it's just, there needs to be some color breakup. So, what about engine transmission, all right? Because the transmission has always been a Nissan weakness, all right? They used to make CVTs that used to go out in less than 150 and less than 200,000 kilometers. That has been well documented online. So Nissan, of course, they said they've improved it, right? Everybody says they improve things. Time will tell. The engine is an awkward 3-cylinder 1.5 liter turbo. I'm not sure. Everyone else is pretty much doing 1.5 liter turbos with 4 cylinders, or 2 or 2.5 liters non-turbo. Ross made the remark that, you know, manufacturers are complying with government regulation, and often, like, you know, I'm not trying to knock government regulation. I don't think there should not be any, but what happens in the car business is that the people who are asking for lower fuel economy incessantly and acting like it's going to be the end of the world if we don't do anything about it, and also they have no science education, right? Nobody took a physics class in there, and for many of those people who are asking for this, 2 + 2 = caret, all right? So when we're at peak, like the combustion engine, we will put thousands and thousands of dollars to the sales price and get an ever diminishing return of fuel economy. All right, and what happens is that we're paying for it, the buyer, right? We're paying for this R&D with diminishing returns, and in terms of but mechanical complexity, all right, the chances that something is going to break. All right, I did check online. It does have a timing chain, this 3-cylinder engine, unlike the Chevrolet product, which has a timing belt for their 3-cylinder turbo, like for example in the Chevrolet Trax. So I think Nissan has never really had any problems with their engines. They had their V6s, the 2.5 4-cylinder. I don't think they've ever had any problems. I'm optimistic maybe, but I'm feeling good about this engine. It certainly runs very smoothly. There's sufficient power. It's not an overbearing power, but it is sufficient. I mean, I was merging on the highway before, and that's usually the tell, right? When you're passing somebody, it will make a little bit of racket when you're passing somebody, but there's enough push for that. It does deliver pretty good fuel economy. There you have it. So that is my review of the very good Nissan Rogue 2025. I think the highlights for me is the price. This is definitely a bargain price in Canada, at least. $48,000 Canadian, $47,000 Canadian. That's unbelievable. A vehicle with this equipment, this size, is going currently by its competitors well over 50 grand. And don't forget, Nissan does have to win back the trust of its customers in terms of its reliability. So it is normal when you've let the customers down, when you are rebuilding the trust. There's always this period where you're not making maybe as much money as you should be making because you're trying to give value back to your customer, right? You have to bring them back. This is certainly the right way to do it. People that I know who have bought these vehicles following the review I did in, I believe it was 2021 or 2022, of the new Nissan Rogue, this basically, which is very similar to this one, have bought some and have had good experiences since. Also highlights for me is this incredible space, the complete equipment. Of course, mine is the ventilated seats, which is the caveat I gave you to that. The other ones have ventilated seats, but they don't work very well and they make a tremendous racket. The tremendous noise insulation, the comfort of the seats. It's either in the average or above the industry average in everything, and importantly, it is above the industry average in terms of price, and that includes also for the base model. So Quebecers love base models. I put my hand up for that one too, and the base models are usually well priced, though Nissan is kind of like ultra cheapy on their base models. Usually the second one above base is usually the sweet spot for Nissan. And well, that's what I have to say about that. And that is the review. By the way, if you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. And if you really like it, well then of course you should subscribe. And that is it.